to be under the sea. An octopus is gone with you.
Time to say a very good morning to Marco Bordieri from the Sydney Underwater Gazette. And, Marco, we're going to go diving in underwater visibility part 2 because I was away last week and Steve Coots helped us out there, first of all.
Yeah, good morning, Simon, and welcome back.
Hey, it's good to be back. I made the most beautiful polpette al funghi last night.
I know you like food, don't you?
I had this friend who was over in Italy seeing their family for the first time in 2 years, which must have been amazing for them. And they brought me back the most beautifully prepared dried porcinis and they were beautiful.
Yeah, I've been to Italy for a couple of weeks over Christmas, and I've been able to spend some time with my daughters, Giulia and Vittoria. They're actually listening right now from Milan. Hi, Giulia and Vittoria.
Oh, ciao, come sta, Giulia Vittoria?
Yeah, that was very good. It was excellent.
Oh, well, look, great to have you back on these lands. Now, we want to talk about swell, tide, rain and wind and how that can affect. Can we really predict what our underwater visibility is going to be like?
Yeah, not really, because we do know what elements increase or decrease the visibility in the water, but differently from the forecast that we may get from above the water, we don't have predictive models in order to tell us how it's going to be like today, tomorrow, in the coming days.
So we don't have all these measurement systems because there's one very good reason.
Yeah, the reason is that probably because there have been too little investment, and this is because there are no businesses that depend on underwater visibility. I mean, as much as impact us, the snorkeling, the diving, the recreational community that we are in, there are no businesses, and even for example, the recreational diving industry, they need to operate every day. So even if they knew, for example, that tomorrow conditions are not going to be great, they still need to operate. And to solve this problem, we will need sensors in the water and a lot of investment. So we do know what contributes to positive or negative effect, but we don't know. We can just get into the water and see how it's like.
What is upwelling?
Okay, so right now we are experiencing along the coast of Sydney, the water is quite green. It's an emerald water, as we all often see in Sydney. So this is due to an effect which is called upwelling. So if you imagine, when the wind is blowing from north for a few days and is pretty strong, like it has been this week and will be for the rest of the weekend,
yeah,
the wind is pushing the water south, coming from north. It's pushing the surface of the water south. Now, the water should go south, but because of another effect, which is called Coriolis, which is due to the rotation of Earth, the water actually turns left, goes towards east.
Ah.
Now, if the water goes east, it means that it gets away from the coast, needs to be replaced by some other water because the level of the ocean is not going down. And this new water is actually being picked from the deepest part of the ocean. So the water from the deep part of the ocean come and gets near the coast. And this water is colder because it comes from the depth, and it's very rich in nutrients.
And if it's rich in nutrients, that's food. So you'll probably see a lot more sea life, but you might not see it as clearly.
Yeah, that's basically the water gets fertilized. There is a lot of phytoplankton, which is the most elementary form of microalgae, or let's say vegetation, if you want. And that's rich with chlorophyll, which is, as we know, it's green. So that's why the water gets greenish, and divers complain about the 50 shades of green. And everything gets flat and green, but life is definitely happy because it means the ocean is very healthy in those days.
So what can we do to get a sense of the current conditions if we want to get a sense of what it's going to be like?
Well, one thing is to listen to this segment every Saturday morning. Another suggestion would be so the diving community is not waiting for these predictive models to be built in the future. They formed a network of reporters where they share the latest conditions as they are observed right after exiting the water. So they cannot predict the future, but at least the divers and snorkelers can get together and share it. And that's what they do on a Facebook group, which is called VIZ, which is short for visibility. And that's what they do. They share visibility conditions. So at least you know how Manly or Eastern Suburbs were half an hour ago when people finished their dive and posted what they saw and how transparent the water was.
But also for armchair snorkelers like me, you get to see some amazing critters as well at Viz, V-I-Z, on Facebook. So what's the word on Viz this morning? What's the visibility going to be like?
So with all the things we have said and the wind from the north, we can say that at the moment the situation is a bit green and milky. Northern beaches like Manly and surroundings are like 4 meters of underwater visibility. Eastern suburbs more or less the same, like 5. Temperature is a little bit cold, can be like 20 degrees, again because of this upwelling. So, but the coast is going to be accessible in most places because of the limited action of the wave. But the good news is that the coming week is bringing wind from the south. So everything that we've been talking about, the upwelling, will be replaced by the downwelling, which is the opposite, whereas the water is pushed, the surface water is pushed towards the coast. So nutrient-poor water, bad for the fish, but good for visibility.
Well, look, I hope you have a great day underwater. People can find out more at Viz, our Facebook page, and ci vediamo, ragazzi.
Ci vediamo, Simon.